getting on with what I consider a gaming binge. I've had over an hour or two to play this game. It's a good time. Me and the beautiful wife getting ready to go to dinner. So we want to continue on. I just want to make a little comment that old Laval getting some payback with the second corps, fourth division, fourth corps, second division, something like that. But anyway, Laval putting the hurt on old Bagavoo. His forces here all retreating. We're ready. We're going to do this in another activation cube draw and see what happens. Oh man, like I said, he's got artillery units here. This artillery unit's already shown its worth, and it's how lethal it could be by blowing the hell out of this hex right here. Took a general with him, and I'm gonna look even further. This unit here, the dragoons, rated a 7, have been reduced to a 4. That was a bad spot to be in. And these ones here definitely will get themselves a decoration. All right, are some decorations. Oh, we got going on here now. All right, back with the chit draw. Chit draw, that's what we want to say all the time. Cube, activation cube draw. I don't have to worry about no fire cubes. Here we go. We got one. Feels like a fat blue cube for some reason. All right, there you go. Another blue cube. Wow. Man, out of dragoons. Oh, well, that's just it. You have traffic problems here. And we can't move our cavalry over. A cavalry and an infantry unit can't be in the same spot. He's got a spot going here, but as soon as he comes here to charge this, they're going to waylay him with at least 10 or 15 strength points. It's a bad spot to be in. But old Grouchy and his dragoons are waiting, biting at the bit. We'll see what we want to do. Maybe we should activate Laval again and just open up that spot. But then again, we got other reinforcements, all kinds of stuff to do. I am off to dinner. I can't wait to come back and decide what we want to do with the cube. Back. All right, so I think I've made a decision on where the cube goes, and I'm going through a lot of scenarios. Where's my pointer? We've had scenarios where we have the St. Joseph come in with the cavalry. They can come in right here, spread them all out this way. We can also have the cavalry come in this way. This is the only little cork holding the genie from popping up through here. And also, if we pop up through here, kind of give these boys something to look at besides grabbing a town. So that was a big option. Was coming in through this way, coming in around through this way. I think we're going to press the issue, though, with Laval and his forces. We want to get rid of this unit and this unit. Now, another school of thought was activating Grouchy and taking these dragoons straight on up here. Now, here's another thing that we might have made a mistake on earlier. Grouchy and his cavalry can move to this spot without getting a reaction fire. The only time we get a reaction fire is if we charge them, then they can fire at us first. Alright, so I was wrong thinking if anybody goes into this hex, they can fire. I've looked at the rules. There's nothing that says that. So you can pretty well move around as if you want. Now, if you charge them, then you got to pay the big price. So he can actually go 1, 2, 3, and these boys here get this slope penalty negated because of this road, so they could really fly. We could even get up to here, attack that cavalry. So I was thinking about blowing on through, coming around here. We could do a lot of damage. That's a good option. But I think it's better to remove these units, get these units out of column, and press some more attacks through here using the second or the 4th Corps, 2nd Division. Did I got that right? So there you go. Them were our options. Pretty sure we've made our decision. We'll be back. All right. Well, again, I want to make that on the rule. I thought that was like a little kill zone, and whenever anybody entered it, they can fire. That's not the case. The only time you can fire is if they attack you. So these boys can run around here all they want. If they decide to attack you, they can. Now, there is a reaction fire if someone adjacent to you, in front of you, withdraws or changes formation. Then you can fire. Hold on a second. All right, well, I'm hearing from this old boy here, old Grochi. And he is over here. I'm over here to sac that blue, sac that blue. He's going crazy. But he's got a good argument, and I must admit, the old boy's got himself he's screaming at it. He brought his dragoons in, and he wants to attack. He wants to go on up here and wreak mayhem. It's a great point. The only reason I'm telling him no is because we need to activate these guys, not so much as for their attacks right here, but if the Russians get their activations, we got these boys in column down here with their fly unzipped, hanging way out. So we're gonna have to put a little sock in Grucci's mouth and go on with our activations, which will include this artillery here also. So, and these units, we might have some attacks to do, like attacks to make. Like I said, this unit right here, if we can get him open, we can bring these cavalries on in. So all kinds of stuff to do. Having a good time. We'll be right back with Laval. All right. Oh, Laval. These units are done moving. I don't know if we're going to have an assault going here again. We do have an assault going here on these units. I brought more reinforcements into the city. Units that were columned, we have brought back here, and then they can square up if the cavalry approaches. So right now, we'll stay the way we are. We have our artillery here. We have assaults going against this unit, and this unit here came around. Now, the thing of it is, like I said, artillery can't fire. Now, if we come at them through this hex here, we can. As a matter of fact, what are we looking at here? Oh, I thought I seen one. This one here. He'll get a chance. He can pivot. He'll have one pivot. More coming in from here and from here. So one of these units is going to get hit by artillery that's adjacent. So there you go. That's how that works. And that's a reaction fire before they get shot. They get assaulted. All right. That's the way it is. We'll be right back. I think, as a matter of fact, all these units that are going to assault, if we assault them from the front, they get to reaction fire. He can pivot one, so he'll get the reaction fire with these boys here. We'll be back. Gotta go walk the dog. It's been a long game of day, and I've definitely neglected my duties. How old fucking Alexander and Grant do it, I have no idea, but yeah, we've had a good gaming day. Cannot complain. We're back. Alright then, first combat. The old Grenadiers being charged by Chasseurs and line infantry. They're not being charged, the correct terminology would be assaulted. Right, he gets one free pivot, so he will, and he gets one reaction fire. So the old 9-4. Be right back. Alright, our Russian unit can only fire maximum 4 strength points. Let me make sure that's right. Yep. If they're in line, they can only fire 4 strength points, but it is times 2. So it's 8. So no matter what, we'll be looking underneath the 8 column for this fight here. Now, also have us look under Dyro modifiers. The only one I see is defensive fire. It's a +1 for the Russian unit. That's the only Dyro modifier he's got. Yep. There you go. So +1. Rolling 2 die under the 8. Russian defensive fire before they get assaulted. Oh, +1. Not a bad roll. It's a 10. Come back over here. Oh, we got there 10. They suffer. Oh, yep, 1 strain point loss. Alright, so 9 turned into an 8 from the Grenadiers. Reaction fire, defensive fire. So we got 8 strength points. This one here, Chasseurs, has been taking losses also. So it's 8 plus 7. Alright, even with that, it is still a 3-1 attack, and we'll be right back with all the goodies. Alright, then on with the assault. Number 1 is a 3-1 attack. That is a -2 die roll modifier on the tally stick. Alright. Russian units, a homie. Knows the environment, +1. Alright. Attacked from multiple hexes. That's what they're doing. That'll be a -1. Alright, last but not least, for the French, for every hit they took in a defensive fire from this unit, +1, so we'll go +1. Total battle modifier of -1 for this attack. This assault, -1, looking for a 7 or less. 7 or less, -1. Oh, there you go. Hammered it with a 6. So, the assaulted charge units lose 1 strength point and retreats if assaulted by infantry. I'll end them there with a free-facing change. Alright, mission accomplished. We'll have 1 unit advance. Result of that combat. Alright. Next combat. I don't know if I want these boys attacking again. There were some shitty odds. We suffered, well, I don't know about the die roll either, but yeah, we suffered bad results. Let's hold off on that one for now. Next attack will be our main event. Be right back. Next assault, and I am afraid we are going to have to throw more bodies into the meat grinder. There you go. Before we do, this unit here is firing with 8 strength points or 8 points of defensive fire against this hex right here. So there you go. So underneath the 8 table, we got it all ready to go. And die roll modifiers. Get the Russian die. Since I wasn't supplied with my dice with the game, I'll say it again. I use my own. Alright, -2 on a die roll because the target is French and obstructed terrain. We get a +1 for defensive fire, so we'll be rolling with a -1 die roll modifier. Ooh, 6. And that won't do nothing. That will not inflict any casualties under the 8. Need at least a 7. We got a -1. Alright, that is it. We will commence with the assault. The assault will have 9 attack factors. Shooter here is reduced to 7. So 16. Going against 8, that'll be a 2-1. We'll be back with the tail and a tape. Alright then, switching us over to the assault table. And there we go. These 2 hexes versus the hex with Essen in it. Be right back. Zeroed out tally stick goes as follows. -1 for the odds being 2-1 in the attack. Alright, Russian die roll modifiers. You get a +1 for being in familiar territory. Alright, they're amongst friends. Modifier put them at 0. They get attacked through multiple hexes. -1. Alright. Ooh. +2 because they're in and amongst the obstructed terrain. Alright, +1. Alright, and +1 for their leader being amongst them. Essen. Alright, Russians get themselves a +2 Dairo modifier to attack. Now we'll go for the French modifiers for the attacker, assaulting units. Alright, the only modifiers the French get is a -1 of a +2. Am I seeing it right? Because they're in an obstructed hex. So, yes, that's right, +4. And they need a 7 or less. Oh, not really a well-advised assault. That's what nailed us last time. Useless casualties. +4. Like snake eyes. Alright, 6, that'll make it 10. Bad result for us because it says 9 or more. The defender holds the position. The attacker takes 1 strength point, lost. Alright, what could be worse? We will apply the strength point loss to this unit here. We'll be back. Something definitely had to change. I'm trying to get this hex. We had this one here though. This was successful, so yeah, we had to take a chance. Go for a good die roll. Coming on down here now. I guess we'll go with this next attack. This will be against the artillery. Now the artillery has a chance to have 1 pivot. And I believe he will. He will pivot like this. They're at the bottom of the hill. They got units coming on them. Both spots, and that'll take away any negative flanking Dairo modifier for the attack, so that'd be good for the Russians. So now the Russians get themselves a defensive fire, and we'll take this unit right here with the old general in it. We'll find out that'll double or triple. We'll find out with the Dairo modifier. So we gotta get the defensive fire out of the way. We'll continue with the assault. We'll be back. Alright, defensive fire for the unlimited artillery. Switching to the fire table. There you go. Check this one out. With all the Dairo modifiers. We'll be right back. Okay, then we got about 8 artillery guns versus over 2,000 bayonet charging infantry down a slope. We'll see how this goes. Now it's going to be a pock shot with the artillery, firing 8 strength points. Ooh, they're adjacent. Their strength points are ×4. So, there's only 1 there. Oh, you see here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm correct. All right, 8 strength points. The only Dairo modifier I could see is defensive fire. So that's a +1. So these 8 guns against 2,000 infantry coming downhill will be defensive fire. They're loading themselves up with some canister grape shot. And they are rolling the Russian die +1. Looking for a high number. Oh, they didn't get it. It's a 4. +1 is a 5. Let me see here. Yeah, that was nothing. I'll show you this here. There you go. Yep, nothing going on with that. Alright, so the assault takes place, and if these guys bail, it opens this all up. Now, theoretically, it all depends on the next cube draw. But oh my, if the French can get another one. Alright, we'll be right back with the assaults. Well, we can do that now. No hits, but they're all there. It looks like 21 versus a 2. Wow. Alright, be right back. What we have is a 10-1 on the assault table. And there you go. Odds of 4 more +3. I think these guys are doomed. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we'll start off with the odds being 10-1, so greater than 1-1. That'll be a -3 to start out with. Alright. Then we'll get a +1 for home field advantage for the Russians. Next one. Assaulted from multiple hexes. -1. Alright, next. Oh, we don't get no flank or no rear modifiers. Artillery alone in a hex. -5. -8 with over 2,000 troops going against 8 artillery pieces. 2 die, 2 French die. There we go. -8 on a die roll. Need 7 or less to have them lose a strength point and retreat. Oh, Walker needed. -8 with a 10. That'll be a 2. They hightail it. Let me see what happens with an artillery and a retreat. Alright, well, there's a special rule for the artillery. So he's going to take a step loss as per. So now he has to roll a die. We need a Russian die, just 1, and a roll of 6. He's able to limber and get out of there. If not, he's eliminated. He's not. So he is first casualty of the battle. Wow. Always seen that coming. When it opens it up, let's see if we want anyone to advance after combat. We'll be right back. Alright, we will have an advance after combat. It will look like this with this. And Laval, the mission accomplished. Our hull will be broken. We'll call that a video. We'll be back, but like we said, it was a pointer when I need it. We've opened it up now. Theoretically, as is quite obvious, the Russians could put a damper on our party, but it should happen to be another French draw. Ooh, mama. Called a video. Having a great time. Elau 1807. Trying to fight for some night quarters, some shelter from the storm. Battle rages. We'll be back.